What's up, guys? My name is Ryan. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, so tonight, me and my good brothers in the faith, Josh behind the camera and Luke right over here, just got out of seeing Nobody 2, and we're gonna give our thoughts. So who wants to go first, guys? Me?
Why not?
Okay. So, I enjoyed the first Nobody. I thought it was a fun, interesting little action movie. I like the idea of this like assassin wanting to be a family man and kind of get away from that life, but at the same time there's like he has this irresistible desire to fight against injustice. Even in this film, like, spoiler alert by the way, when that guy at the arcade like smacks his daughter in the head and he just has to go back and punch him. Bob Odenkirk's character Hutch is just a really interesting character because he sees injustice and he just can't leave it alone. But this film, overall, it's not as good as the first one, but I still think it's just still fun, enjoyable action film. There's some really cool action scenes. There's the final battle in the water park setting I thought was a fun and interesting choice, actually. The final battle at the water park I thought was a lot of fun. But the plot is just real similar to the first one. Like, I was telling Josh and Luke as we got out of the theater, a lot of the plot beats from the first one are just repeated here. They like do all the same thing. He burns the money of like this mob boss, and then they come after him, and they bring in his dad and his brother, and they rent out this. They evacuate this place that they can booby trap and all that, and they lead the mob boss and all her like goons to the water park, and they use all their traps and explosives and all that. So they had like all the plot beats of the first one, which is a criticism for me, but I also didn't mind it too much because to me these are just fun action movies. There's not too much depth to them. I think they're just meant to just be purely for entertainment and enjoyment. So, but I do like the first one better because I think it had much more depth. Well, not much more, just more depth to it. But this one doesn't have as much depth. They kind of touch on the idea of parents leading by example for their children. Like when Hutch gets into a fight, his wife is like, think about like the example you're setting for Brady, you know? Like, So I like how they touched on that a little bit, but they didn't really go too in depth into it. Gosh, like overall, just this, I don't have much to say about this one. It's just kind of, like I said, not much depth to it, just fun action I think it stands out a bit more from other action films just because you have the family thrown in there and there's a bit more heart to it, I think, but still not that deep, but just a fun, enjoyable action film. I think I give it overall like probably just a 5 out of 10.
Dang. Crapped on it.
Okay, Luke. So you didn't see the first one?
I did not see the first one.
Okay.
I was expecting to hear stories about how the first one was better than the second. And I wouldn't be surprised if I watched the first one and said that it was. The second one started out, the first half was way more cringe than it was funny. The second half was kind of funny. And overall, it was an action film. It was what it was. And I also wanted to, I definitely had my own thoughts about the...
Sorry, just trying to avoid the copyright
themes,
TV.
the copyright TV. I would say that the copyright TV, saying Taylor Swift was a little better in the first half of this film. And those who know me and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Luke's her number one hater.
Yeah, that's what everybody.
Sorry, Taylor Swift fans.
Okay, but anyways, we have the theme of whatever you are as a father, you're going to be an example to your son. So be a good father figure. That is important. And though there is some justification to the way that the father, behaves as somebody who fights with violence, and that's his answer. Violence is the answer to injustice, as Ryan said earlier. So whatever example you lead, your children are going to follow, and those who look up to you are going to follow. So the father figure is the really strong part of the family.
Yes.
And so men lead by example, and found yourselves in the Bible.
Yeah.
That's one takeaway.
That's good. Yeah, I just wish it kind of touched on that more, but well, again, these movies are kind of just
Yeah,
like fun,
absolutely.
not in depth, just an action film.
Exactly. It's an action film, and so that's what the movie is. I would overall give that. My impression at the very beginning was 3 out of 10. I'd probably go up to a 5 out of 10 as well.
5, yeah,
5 out of 10.
yeah, because there's some enjoyable parts, I think, but overall,
yeah.
just see
There's
movies with that don't have a lot of depth. They're just not very interesting, you know.
Oh, it did have some elements of the family versus.
Yes.
I mean, you kind of had to balance. I knew what to expect when the main guy, did not join them on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
I knew exactly what was gonna happen next. I was just like, there's gonna be some violence. I already know.
Yeah. Josh, as a big fan of the first Nobody, what'd you think of Nobody 2?
Man.
Oh, by the way, the reason why this is a bit of a late review is because I really wanted to get Josh's thoughts on this film, because he's a big fan of the first Nobody, and he was at a Christian rap festival this weekend, so... But...
Yeah, I got this shirt from here. It says the ultimate volunteer. You feel me? It's Tennessee Volunteers, but it's Jesus Christ was the ultimate volunteer. If you're smart, you get it. But I think the first Nobody is really good. The first Nobody has this. It's very, like I said, it's very similar to this film. It has the plot. It has the goofiness of it, the absurdity of it, but it feels like in the first film the plot was a little bit more consistent, and it felt like it could be taken just a little bit more seriously, and it felt like there was a little bit more stakes.
Yeah.
But this film felt like there were zero stakes. It felt like the plot was way more absurd at times.
This one's definitely more comedic.
And yeah, it's for sure more comedic. I mean, the ending of this film, I'm watching it and I'm laughing when it's like supposed to be serious, but it's like so absurd. What can I do but laugh?
Yeah.
But I just thought this is everything that's wrong with Hollywood again. Like they just keep making sequels to crap and not putting their best foot forward on the sequel.
Not putting much thought into
Yeah,
it.
if you're gonna make a sequel, frickin' please do some actual due diligence that's necessary to make a good sequel film. Because this is just a copy and paste of the first plot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not good. I mean, point blank, it's not a good film. The villain of this film is absolute dog water. One of the worst villains of a film I've ever seen. You never were scared of her. It was actually, she was so bad it was cringe at times. She would just start laughing randomly like this, and I would be like, "Oh gosh, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to be watching this film."
I'm embarrassed for her.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed for it, and I'm embarrassed to watch this film. Gosh, dang, this is embarrassing. And then it's like nobody cares about certain parts. And so like these people are way too old now to be doing this film. Like Bob Odenkirk, I think I read he's 62 years old. He looks like he's 75 in this film. Needs to stop doing this type of stuff. You're not an action star, brother, anymore. Like, stick to the animation stuff. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do action, or Better Call Saul. Hey, but
Hey.
which he does a great job. Obviously, that was probably one of my favorite television series ever. But Bob Odenkirk, way too old for this crap. Christopher Lloyd is senile now. I couldn't even recognize half the stuff he was saying because do you know what I mean? Like half the stuff he was saying was hard to recognize what he was actually saying. Dude is gone. He's lost his brain, bro. He's like 89 years old. And yeah, the villain also way too old. And you're not gonna convince me that Bob Odenkirk, who has been beating up assassins the entire film, like guys with guns, big brolic guys, and then when he has the opportunity to be able to like push off of this elderly lady, he can't fight the strength of this elderly lady to get the knife off of him. Come on, fam. Miss me with that logic. Like this is what I'm saying. Like it just doesn't make any sense at certain times. It's like you go watch John Wick. John Wick is actually really consistent in that regard. You go watch The Ballerina. It's really consistent in that regard. Like stuff that some of this makes logical sense.
Mm-hmm.
But this film just doesn't give a crap about any of that. Then they just bring back the RZA for no reason other than, oh, you know what? We forgot to bring back RZA. Oh, Japanese scene.
And he's a ninja now.
He's a ninja now. Well, you know what the funny part of that was?
What?
So whenever he was when he was doing rapping, or he was producing for the rap group, the Wu-Tang Clan, the Wu-Tang Clan was big into martial arts.
Mm.
And so they were like, Shaolin shadow boxing was like one of their things. And so that was a play on the Wu-Tang Clan.
Ah, okay.
Him being this samurai. So that was actually pretty funny. It was meta. But it's like, I don't care because this film is so bad. So, yeah, this film is just trash. Honest to goodness. You know, I love going to the theater no matter what, especially when it's with the bros.
Yes, sir.
That's what makes it for me. But this film, bruh, I think there's other films in theater right now I'd actually prefer to see. Like, I'd actually like to go see the Liam Neeson joint, The Naked Gun. Which, by the way, I found it was actually like a sequel to some other stuff.
It's like a remake or something.
It's like a remake or something. But I actually heard it was good. I'd prefer to go watch The Naked Gun to Nobody 2. No, this film is a nobody. This film is a freaking nothing burger. This film, yeah, if I had to give it a grade, it's probably 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10, 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Actually, I'd say 3 out of 10. This film doesn't deserve an extra point. This film is
So
trash.
hold on, quick. Give us a gauge. Like, better than The Amateur?
Yeah.
Better
definitely
than Accountant 2?
It's probably like right on par with Accountant 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because Accountant 2 is not that great either.
Better than Karate Kid Legends?
Yes. Karate Kid Legends is one of the worst films I've seen like ever. Buddha Stevens. Buddha Stevens is a character name. They had Buddha Stevens is a Hispanic kid in the Bronx. Dude, what? That's the funniest thing is to me. Is that they literally put the most stereotypical like martial arts name that you could think of. What do we do? Buddha Stevens, and he's an Hispanic kid in the Bronx. Which family is naming this kid Buddha Stevens? Dude, that's cringe. Yeah, definitely better than Karate Kid Legends.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to gauge, because you've said a lot of films this year are pretty bad.
I mean, tell me, am I wrong? There's been a lot of bad films this year. Better than Sneaks, for sure.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that one.
What else was really bad? Or that I thought was bad?
Sinners?
Yeah, but Sinners is just straight up demonic, so I don't...
Okay.
And I don't rock with the messaging of the film in general.
Yeah.
So that's a different reason. The film is well shot, but it's just I don't give it.
Hold on, we might trigger some people here. Is this better than Superman?
Oh no, Superman's like Superman's really good though.
We're not gonna trigger some people.
But Superman's good aside from like James Gunn pushing his garbage. But I mean, Superman's actually a good film. And the more I watch it, I like Superman more.
Oh, okay.
I think I watched it with my family, and I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, the more I thought about Superman, the more like
The good stuff. You're just a hater, bruh.
No, like, no. Here, real quick. No. Okay. The more I think about Superman, the good stuff gets better, but the bad stuff gets worse. You know?
Gotcha.
So that's where I am on Superman. But you have anything else to say, Josh? You want me to wrap this up?
Wrap this up, man.
All right. Well, guys, thank y'all for watching this video. Let us know what you think of Nobody 2 down in the comments below. Like and subscribe right over here, and then you can check out our previous movie review for the Fantastic Four right here. And this is a playlist of all our 2025 movie reviews. And with that, y'all have a blessed one. We'll see y'all next time.